Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go. Hey, it's the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Boxing for boxing. Now, man, Dereck Chisora just fought Oleksandr Usyk in a tough, competitive fight, man. It was competitive back and forth, man. The judges had it really close, right? I think it was two 115, 113s, and the other judge had it wide. Everything is coming in so quick, man. But you know, there was a lot of episodes in this fight, man. Dereck Chisora, he was walking in with the cross block early, and it was wild. The guy was walking in with no jab, basically bobbing and weaving, throwing all hooks to Chisora's body and face, and it looked like it was sort of shocking to see how much bigger Chisora was than Oleksandr Usyk. And even Dereck Chisora hit Oleksandr Usyk in the fourth round, and it seemingly dropped Oleksandr Usyk, but they didn't give it to him. They said it was a slip, but it was clearly a knockdown. But as the fight went on, Dereck Chisora's pressure, basically he couldn't maintain the high volume that required him to walk down Dereck Chisora. And the more Dereck Chisora stood in front of Oleksandr Usyk, giving him time to think, Oleksandr Usyk started landing bombs in him and started picking his shots and landing the clean, more effective punches. And as the fight went on, the more tired Dereck Chisora got, the more he basically, there's points in the fight where Dereck Chisora and Oleksandr Usyk, they're not really boxing, they're looking at each other, and Oleksandr Usyk would just hit him with a power shot. You know, there's times in the fight where Dereck Chisora walked forward and threw so many punches, he literally gassed himself out. I thought this fight was a great fight. I thought it could have been a draw, in my opinion. I think Usyk landed some clean, effective punches, but it was too few and far in between. I thought that Dereck Chisora pushed the pace on Oleksandr Usyk to the point where, I mean, it was points where, especially in the early first 4 rounds, where he barely threw any power shots. I mean, he was just trying to survive. He wasn't really trading with them. He was just moving around the ring. But that being said, man, Oleksandr Usyk landed the cleaner, effective punches. There was times in the fight where Oleksandr Usyk almost seemingly stopped Dereck Chisora. He landed a couple clean bombs. I think it was like round 9. There's an earlier round as well that he landed some really clean bombs that hurt Dereck Chisora. But for the most part, man, it was basically Dereck Chisora walking down Oleksandr Usyk and Usyk landing clean, effective punches, but they're just so few and far between. But yeah, man, I thought it was a really competitive fight. I thought that, you know, Dereck Chisora showed that, you know, it's going to be a problem for Oleksandr Usyk going on in the future at the heavyweight division. Oleksandr Usyk, understand that Dereck Chisora just got stopped by Dillian White, and he you know, he's just going to have problems. Dereck Chisora is literally walking forward, bobbing and weaving with a cross block. I haven't seen that done since like the 70s. You know, I never seen that done before. And he was throwing punches. He'd be orthodox. He'll throw a straight right, and then he'd be in a softball stance. And with that straight right, it's his jab now, and he'll throw a jab from there as a softball. So I mean, the guy was walking forward, throwing punches, and he had just no respect for Oleksandr Usyk at all. You know, I felt like, and Oleksandr Usyk had to respect just Chisora because he felt the power on his punches. Because he didn't trade with the guy. This wasn't a war. This is a calculated response from Oleksandr Usyk. He chose his shots. He didn't get into a brawl with Chisora. He basically fought his own fight, which I give him credit for. He picked his shots. He attacked when he was ready to attack, and he didn't get into a whole let's just go at it and go toe-to-toe type thing. You know, he purely picked his shots, and that's ultimately what gave him the fight in the end of the day. Because Chisora, if they both decide to just trade and let's go all out, Chisora most likely would have came out on top. But Chisora had the right, Oleksandr Usyk had the right game plan, and he basically picked his shots, and that gave him the unanimous decision. So, man, good win from Oleksandr Usyk. We'll see where his career goes from here. He's fighting all the elite in the UK, it seems, before he starts taking on the real top echelon, like the Adam Kanakis, like the Robert Heleniuses. We're going to see where his career goes from here. In my opinion, Oleksandr Usyk needs to stay away from bigger, really big guys who can just walk through him, who have the naturally aggressive style, like a Big Baby Miller type fighter, or just a fighter who just comes forward and really doesn't have a second gear. They just keep coming forward. They don't box. So that being said, man, we're going to see how this plays out. Let me know how you guys feel about the whole fight, though. I thought it was really interesting stuff, man. Back and forth. It was a lot of just game plans you could see being implemented. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though, man. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Jew Boxing Empire. Jew Boxing.